Back in the shed. I've had problems with a couple of charge controllers. This seems to be common with a lot of the cheap ones that really don't track very well, and they can sometimes settle on a lower value. So I've had this system go down to 20 volts, 18 volts, and it's a 60 volt system. And this is my solution. I got this little voltage monitor, and it's on my MSB charge controller. Now, I've never really seen any more than like 220 watts come out of my charge controller, even though I got a 3,000 watt array, you know, because I have a lot of shading, and I don't have a lot of needs to come through a charge controller, just the refrigerator and some other things, so that charges up rather quickly. And so what I've done is, this is a 10 amp relay on this voltage monitor, and I've set the setting for, I think, 30 volts, and it comes back on at 60, around 50 volts, and you know, that's fine, because when you unload panels, they go up to open circuit voltage. But I only have, like I said, 10 amp contacts, and so typically I'm only drawing about 4 amps, so that's well within the relay's range. But that can really burn the contacts, switching it. So if you notice, I have a capacitor, and then I have a diode, and I have a 220 ohm resistor across that diode. And so what happens is the diode allows when the contact's open, to charge the capacitor, and basically the contacts get out of the way before the voltage gets high enough to arc. But you'd be dumping all that energy when you close the contacts again. So the resistor allows a slow discharge of the capacitor, so it's very fast charge, slow discharge, and that protects the relay contacts. Now, I wouldn't do that on anything safety related, but it doesn't matter if this shorts out or not. And if the relay ever goes bad, I'm just going to replace it with a FET. So no reason to do that yet. So that's what I'm doing. I got an extra wire coming off these module, and that goes over to this other module that detects the battery voltage. And if the battery voltage gets over 14.7, that relay closes, and that shorts out the sense voltage on the panel, and so the charge control will turn off. This charge controller seems to, once you have a load on it and you remove it, about 30 seconds later the voltage starts climbing up, and it'll get up to like 15.6 volts, and that shuts off my inverter, you know. So didn't like that, so that's what I did. These are only less than $2 on AliExpress.